Welcome to the JWK show. We talk about crypto and we keep things short and concise. Today is a massive day for the crypto space. It is day one of the world's largest Bitcoin conference in Nashville, starting today from the 25th all the way to the 27th, as you guys can see here. And we also have the Bitcoin Amsterdam event happening from October 9th to the 10th as well. So watch out for those 2 dates. But guys, today is a big day as we have huge guest speakers speaking at the conference, from Donald Trump being the biggest guest to Robert F. Kennedy, Kathy Woods, Michael Saylor, Edwin Snowden, Vivek, and Russell Brand. Guys, very excited for this event, and we have a ton more speakers as well. We should get a lot of juicy information from these people. You guys can pause the video and take a look as well. But guys, look at all of these big names attending the event. We have over hundreds of very experienced people in the crypto field. Now we have CNBC talking about Donald Trump speaking at the Bitcoin conference event, and the world is not ready for this. Let's take a look at this.
Bitcoin, by the way, also higher by more than 1% today after the former president appears to have changed his tune on the digital currency this election cycle. Back in 2019, let's recall, he said, "I'm not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money and whose value is highly..."
Right, back then, Donald Trump was anti-crypto, and we had the XRP insiders revealing the timeline of Donald Trump and XRP also in 2019. So a lot of people were confused by the timeline, and a lot of people did not believe in the XRP insiders. But now 5 years later, fast forward 5 years later, the XRP insiders were right, and Trump is pro-crypto, adopting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies.
Volatile and based on thin air. Unregulated crypto can facilitate unlawful behavior, including drug trade and other illegal activity. Again, this was the president in a tweet from...
Right, Bitcoin is literally based on thin air, as Bitcoin, the entire price is propped up by fake liquidity, USDT.
2019. Well, fast forward to last month. While campaigning for president once again, he's presented himself as a champion of Bitcoin after posting this on Truth Social, quote, "Vote for Trump, Bitcoin mining may be our last line of defense against a central bank digital currency. Biden's hatred of Bitcoin only helps China, Russia, and the radical communist left. We all want the remaining Bitcoin to be made in the USA. It will help us be energy dominant." This Saturday, Trump is scheduled to speak at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, where rumors are swirling that he will announce plans to make Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset. Ahead of that, Dom Chu has a look at how...
That would be absolutely massive. We should see a cryptocurrency becoming a international reserve asset or a reserve currency. And again, as I said, based on the XRP insiders, it is not Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is a psyop to trick all of the masses. Guys, Trump will choose XRP as the reserve asset. Now we have from David Bailey, who is the CEO of Bitcoin Magazine and Bitcoin Conference. Unfortunately, we got some bad news. He says Kamala Harris will not be speaking at the Bitcoin conference. No surprise. What can she say to us when she's actively imprisoning developers, forcing our industry overseas, attacking proof of work? It would have been a disaster for her. All eyes are now on Trump. So based on David Bailey, it seems like Kamala Harris, unfortunately, is anti-crypto, and she's still pushing the anti-crypto agenda for the Democrats. And all eyes are now literally on Trump, as we had Trump dropping some bombshells about cryptocurrencies in this conference. And the choice is simple, really: Trump pump or Biden dump. If you want the markets to pump, vote for Trump. If you want cryptocurrencies to stay in the US, vote for Trump. But if you want the markets to dump and cryptocurrencies to not be adopted in the US, then vote for Biden. Guys, the answer is quite simple. A majority of the Americans are pro-crypto, so we should see a majority of the Americans voting for Trump. We have Tyler Winklevoss, co-founder of Gemini, also responding to Kamala Harris. He says, "The Biden-Harris administration wages an all-out war on the crypto industry for 4 years. Despite all of this, Kamala is still invited to the Bitcoin conference in Nashville and given a chance to speak to our industry and reset the relationship. What does she do? She declines. She can't even take the first step and show up to start mending fences. Our industry won't forget this, will show no mercy in November." Guys, this was a grave mistake by Kamala Harris, and we should see Kamala and the Democrats losing the 2024 elections, as this election is a crypto election. David Bailey also says, "I'm sorry, but you don't get to screw our industry over for 4 years. Push Operation Choke Points, enlist Gensler and Warren as your champions, and then pretend you're hip with Bitcoin. A major Democrat donor told me," Kamala says privately, "Bitcoin is money for criminals." There we go, guys. More proof that Kamala is anti-crypto, which is unfortunate. We still have one side that is pro-crypto and the other side that is anti-crypto. And this is what the 1% always do, have one side against the other side. And Vivek responds, "Trump or no hope for Bitcoin in the USA." So guys, it is very important for Trump to win the upcoming election. And we have from Representative Nickel hinting at behind the scenes efforts for a crypto policy reset at the SEC. The question is, will we see Kamala Harris keeping Gary Gensler in charge? We should see a reformation happen to the SEC as said by Gary Gensler in the mainstream media. We should see Gary Gensler resigning sometime in 2025. We also have Brad Garlinghouse on X.com speaking about Kamala Harris, crypto, and so on. He says, jumping to conclusions and assumptions about candidates purely based on political affiliation without any policy proposals is holding the crypto industry back. VP Harris is no stranger to Silicon Valley and has incredible opportunity to provide a reset on critical issues for U.S. competitiveness like crypto regulation. I'll keep an open mind for now, but also agree that if she uses the same Elizabeth Warren-like rhetoric, then she has miscalculated the political liability that is Gary Gensler. So I wouldn't be surprised if VP Harris keeps Gary Gensler in charge. At the end, the Democrats as a whole control Gary Gensler, not Harris or Biden. And we also have an update on the crypto roundtable in Washington, D.C., where we have Brad Garlinghouse, big names in crypto, and the White House attending the roundtable. And in the closed door meeting, they have created a 6-point plan of action for how Democrats can get more involved in this technology, cryptocurrencies, and how we can continue to educate the party. Let's take a look at this from Thinking Crypto. And this is Cody Carbone, who is the Chief Policy Officer at the Digital Chamber.
First step, a lot more has to be done. There needs to be a lot more roundtables and candid conversations like that throughout the Democratic Party. There needs to be a lot more within the administration, Vice President Harris, and a lot more just within Congress. There are still a lot of Democrats who are hostile to this technology, whether it's because they share Elizabeth Warren's political ethos that government is a great equalizer and this is a threat to government, because it is a technology that grew up outside of government control. That may be, but I think the more conversations we have, I'm confident that the more folks we're able to flip over to our side, that the light bulb goes off and they say, okay, this makes sense. And again, there's no reason this should be partisan.
And lastly, we had Trump raising $4+ million from Bitcoin and crypto campaign donations. A lot of people are donating to Trump, which is great to see, and this should help him win the elections. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.